Good morning, gentlefolk, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, with me, your glorious host, Screamy. Today things are going to get a little bit more interesting than last time. We're leaving the tutorial and entering the real game. If we're lucky, we might as well get to fight the first boss of the game. If we're lucky. I'm gonna do my very best. First we're gonna chat with a cackling old woman for a change. I know, surprising.
You again?
We didn't actually talk to her last time.
My name is Melentia. You're a stranger to this land. Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Dranglake's been up a pile of rubble since the war, long, long ago. And the giants crossed the sea. Seemed like the battles would never end. Poor folk like myself have nary a place to sleep. That's why I keep all me things right with me. You may travel light, but methinks you bear a burden of your own. They say these trees grew from the remains of the giants. From each carcass sprouting new life growing into what you see now. It is high time that I pick up a move of a bargain for you next time we read my love.
Oh, you saucy madwoman. Does he sell anything I need? No. I did click past one of her comments. It was nothing important. She's cackling and talking about strange things. Oh, I already took all these things. Do I have an axe then? Yes, I have an axe! Oh, wonderful. That's a much more appropriate weapon. Alright, let's get going. We have precious little time and precious much to do. That's a proper sentence, I promise. Go, 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 go! Never trust a sitting enemy. There we go. Never trust an enemy lying down, either. Never trust anyone, okay? Chop, chop, chop. Right. What we're doing now is we're going for the... shit, I should focus more on looking around. Examining the areas. Yes. That is, after all, the purpose of the Let's Play. Sort of. Shit. I've gone through these areas so many times, so you'll have to apologize if I do not stand around examining things more. They go on automatic these days. It's like coming home. You don't stand around admiring your own furniture. You know it's there. Come on, lads. Yes, this way. Come on. I just want to talk to you. There we go. Goodbye. There's another one. There he is. If you don't, I usually bait these guys over here and chop them up in the comfort of my own home, because I'm going to have to go over there, and if you don't kill them here, they'll come in and disrupt you. And that's very inconvenient. There we go. He fell down. Successful backstab. Wonderful. Very wonderful. Stop peppering me with arrows, you absolute arsehole. Alright. This gentleman over here. Ah, missed him. And another backstab. Well, backstab might be the wrong phrasing for it. But still, he's dead, okay? That's what counts. Ah. FPS drop. Healing himself up. Don't get crushed by that. That would be very unfortunate. It's not actually anything down there. Just an endless hole. Oh, someone left a message. Death ahead! Yep. Oh, there's a lot of blood stains too. These are left by players in other worlds, single-player worlds, who have died for various reasons. If you click them, you can see how the people died. It's kind of fun occasionally, when they die in unusual places.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map.
Yeah, I told you only one NPC per turn, but shit, I need to speak to him to get his key, so sorry about this.
Why cartography, you ask?
No one asked God.
Well, it's a good question.
No, he doesn't.
When I first came to this forsaken land, it was a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Drangling, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen a jeweler? Well, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid.
What are you doing, sir? Really?
Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangling. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait. No. That wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me.
No, I want your key and for you to shut up.
On you. You should have told me before.
Oh, God.
Here, take this. A key to the mansion.
Thank you.
What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here.
Yeah, very kindred.
Incredible, really, isn't it? Such a map to be chiseled in stone.
I have to finish this conversation tree or it won't move.
But one thing, I would not venture deep into the mansion. I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please. I'll be back in the jeweler soon. Perhaps we will meet again and discuss maps at our leisure.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh God, he's finally finished speaking. Yes, if people seem confused, many of the ones we have some of the ones we have spoken to and many of those we will speak to, it's because as the curse takes a stronger hold, as you progress towards hollowness or zombification, everyone in the game is pretty much a zombie, but guys like him are properly zombied, or full hollow, as it's known here. The closer you get to that stage, the worse your memory becomes. You start forgetting things. What you're doing, where you come from, and eventually only violent instinct is left. Which would explain the enemies, somewhat explain the enemies we're facing. They have simply lost their goddamn minds and are now just blindly acting out violently against everyone they see. Not him anymore, though. Goodbye, sir. Alright, time to go to the mansion. God damn it, that was half the episode and we've barely accomplished anything. Ugh. Yes. It's a fine line here. I don't want to take too long, waste too much of your time, but in the same while I do want to show off the game. It's a precarious balance of desires and priorities. Ah, Majula. Pretty Majula. It is kind of pretty, actually. And this mansion is optional, but very, very useful. Many useful items here. You really want to go here, believe me. Blah, 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 blah. That's a lot of books. Father's Lockstone. They open certain secret doors scattered around the game, and there's one very early here with an item that you really want. That is a big-ass book, by the way. Yes. You hear these strange noises? These huffing and puffing and things? Yes. Ominous, isn't it? Not really. I'll show you where they come from. I was kind of worried when I first entered the mansion, like absolute ages ago. Some Titanite, very useful. It's from those little piggies here. Oh god, I aggroed them. Might have to fight him later. I say have to. I don't. And I'll most likely crush them anyway. But yeah. Piggies! That's where the huffing and puffing is coming from. Piggies. And that is Kale's stupid map. I'm not sure why Kale hasn't moved yet. I did finish this conversation tree. Might be that he doesn't move until the first boss is defeated. Which is largely irrelevant. It doesn't actually matter at all. Da, bone guy. Skeletons, for those who did not know, are very, very sensitive against crushing attacks. So if you're having troubles with that guy, and that happens occasionally, then get a club. Just break his bones. Ah yes, normally this chest only contains a soul vessel, but as a special promotional limited duration kind of thing, they've filled it with interesting weapons of colors not normally available. They've done that before and they are probably going to do so again. So if the game devs are releasing some form of major patch or something, be sure to check that chest. Maybe they've stocked it with goodies. Anyway, the weapons we got. Oh my lord, I have a lot of things. The dagger we found earlier, dagger I started with because of pre-ordering, broken sword, sword we started with, sword from the dead knight, crappy sword, normal sword but colored blue because of the promotion. A big-ass curved greatsword, and it's kind of fantastic, but it scales B with the dexterity if you look to the lower right, and we won't be bothering with dexterity. Big-ass katana, very nice, but A scaling on dexterity, also not any use. Bloody hand axe, not very useful. Bound hand axe, even less useful. Club, useful, but I did that on my last strength character, so we won't. Morningstar, kind of shit actually. Homunculus mace, also a promotional item. It's a mace covered in fungi. It's not very it's kind of useful, okay, I won't admit. This is the weapon we want. Zango! Ah yes, Anita Mildred, with her... I'll think of it as Tenderizer. Yep, this club is now the Tenderizer. Now, the strength requirement, if you look to the lower left again, is 28, and the strength scaling is B, so the scaling is kind of good, and it usually goes up one letter, so it will be A, the pretty much the best you can have. S is the absolute best, but kind of rare. So, and A and S the difference isn't that much. So this is a fantastic strength weapon. However, it needs 28 strength. We only have 12, but if we raise it 2 points, I can two-hand it, conveniently.
Is that a shard? Here, let me see it, so that I may help you to see light.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh god. Improving that. Alright, let's see if we can push our strength up a bit. Ah yes, it's time to go clubbing. Now you'll see the cross around the mace in the lower left mace, the club in the lower left corner again. If I two-hand it, the cross disappears. That means I can use it. Cross means you can't use it. Or of course you can attack if you want to with it, but if you don't have the stats required, it will be very weak and might drain more stamina than it should do. Not certain about that. Problem with the great clubs, or all the clubs essentially, is that... Hello, sir! While they're frighteningly powerful, they're actually kind of fragile. They shouldn't be. The durability there says 67 out of 70. 70 is normally fantastic durability, but for some reason it's... attacking with it drains a lot of durability. Which is unfortunate, but it's down to the way they've designed the durability system. It's a little bit shit, but stuff happens, you know? You know what? We're a bit short on time, but I can fight a boss. And we'll summon Mr. Garm. Hopefully this won't utterly ruin the volume of the recording. There will be a boss up here. A boss you can fight later, and pretty much the second boss of the game in reality. But yeah, since we're here, this is kind of a neat surprise they have for new players. Yes. When you first climb up here, this gentleman would come on his flying eagle kind of thing. He's a cool guy. He's a really cool boss. And just generally scare the shit out of you. If you escape or climb down the ladder again, he will disappear, and then not show up until later, where you can fight him more conveniently. He's basically there just to frighten you. But you can beat him now. It is definitely possible. I've done it several times. And that will give you a lot of souls, which will come in very handy. So I'm going to try and beat him. I'm taking some unnecessary hits there. Yes, I'm healing. What are you going to do about it? Ow! Ow! That was a bad question. Crunch. Crunch, crunch. No. That attack is not only very damaging, but gives him access to a certain super attack. Don't let him hit with it, okay? It's not a good idea. Oh my lord. He actually got me. Ah. Such a shame. My first death. I'm embarrassed. And he teleports out. Oh, that was shameful. Ah. Well. These things will happen. This is Dark Souls. You will die. And as you see, I'm now dead. I could offer a human effigy to go back alive. Being dead or hollowed has certain disadvantages. You cannot summon other players, like I summoned Garm, while hollowed, for starters. And every time you die, after being hollowed, you become increasingly hollowed, losing a little max health every time. So you'll get more and more vulnerable as the hollowing goes on, and eventually start losing hair and stuff. It's beautiful. Really recommend it. Oh god, that was not smart. I'm playing badly today. As in, really badly? Ugh. Now, I can't go up there and challenge him again, because he's fucked off. But my souls are lying there, conveniently, for me to pick up again. You asshole. As long as you keep picking your souls up like that, you'll never actually lose any souls from dying. Throwing a bomb at those barrels, and BAM! Shortcut! Fantastic. What do you want? He survived! That cheeky bastard! Whip! Crushy, crushy soldier! I'll see if I can collect some items. After this off-cam, I'm going to restore my life until the next episode. Can't run around being dead and hollow, that's just unacceptable. Ooh! 2 in 1! It's like whack-a-mole! Yes. I'm using the heavy attack a lot. That's because it takes them with one hit, and that saves a lot of the low durability of this weapon. Durability is a bit of a problem. It's restored every time you rest at a bonfire, but still you lose so much of it. It's not uncommon to have your favorite weapon break. Always bring a second upgraded weapon. Speaking of which, I should be upgrading this one. I'll do that next time. I can show you how it works. Death to you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ow! Ow! Oh god! The misclicks! The misclicks! You shouldn't survive this. Nope. Don't underestimate the range of those guys. Or the speed with which they can turn. Especially that third hit. A good idea on most enemies in the game is getting behind them and attacking them from behind. They take a lot of extra damage, and it's usually quite easy to do if you avoid all their attacks. But beware of those guys. Ooh, crap! Oh my lord, I am dying. Beware of the last attack of the whole bird, yes, because I've seen them strike the first two attacks straight forward, and then for the last attack they turn instantly 180 degrees, super fast. Looks completely weird considering how slow they move otherwise, and just smack you in the face. They can and will do that. Chlorine ring, that is a fantastic item, especially if you're using a great weapon like this. Titanite slab, very good upgrade item, and one of the rarer ones. The way you upgrade the commoner weapons is you first fill them up with Titanite shards for the first 3 levels, then there's 3 levels with large Titanite, 3 levels with Titanite chunk, and then 1 Titanite slab to push it up to plus 10, its maximum power. And all those 3 can be gathered towards the end of the game in pretty much infinite amounts. Titanite slabs cannot. They are rare and precious. Well, technically, you could get summoned by other players with the small white sign soapstone, because every time you complete a summoning, might show you how that works, but you probably already know. Every time you finish helping someone, you get a little circular stone, the kind you give to those crows I showed in an earlier episode. And one of the rewards the crows can give you is a large Titanite. It's a Titanite slab. So yes, you could theoretically get infinite amounts of them, but there's a very small chance you get a slab, so I wouldn't recommend it. It's a lucky one-off, but not something you'd be aiming at. But anyway, that was about 20 minutes. We accomplished a little bit at least, and I died, which was horribly embarrassing, but next time we're going for the boss. Until then, good night, good times.